But I did want to talk about something that came across my timeline as I was looking at, getting stuff set up this morning, and apparently there was a shooting at a church in Michigan.
It was a mad. What it was?
Huh?
Okay, I have not heard anything.
Okay. Is that it? Hold on one second. I'm sorry. Oh yeah. Okay. And it brings a question to my mind that I'm going to ask after we play the video.
And we are getting reports this afternoon of an active shooter and a fire at a church in Blanc, Michigan. That's about an hour outside of Detroit. Let's go to Brian Yennis. He has the very latest for us. Brian, what can you tell us?
Kevin, good afternoon. A developing story indeed. We can tell you right now that the Blanc police say that fire that you're seeing on your screen was started by a suspected active shooter. Sources telling Fox 2 Detroit that active shooter is now down. So this is the situation we have. We also know, according to that reporting from our local affiliate in Detroit, that there are 6 to 8 victims. Their condition currently unknown at this hour. An active shooter shooting the Church of Latter-day Saints, the Mormon church in Grand Blanc Township. This is about 60 minutes northwest of Detroit, about 10 miles south of Flint, Michigan. We have seen some folks, victims being taken out by stretcher. There has been a full-blown response to this church. We don't know how this fire was started, but sources tell our Fox 2 Detroit that fire was started by the suspected shooter. This all started shortly after 11 a.m. local time. We expect a press conference at about 12:45, 1 o'clock Eastern with the latest from the police. But this is unfortunately, this was a church that they had people there worshiping inside. This church is open 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. today when this shooter opened fire sometime after 11 a.m., striking from reportedly 6 to 8 people in that church. Their condition unknown. You can see the shot here. This is we don't control this camera, but this is a local affiliate there. You can see the fire trucks working there. There are police officers there. Like I said, that smoke from the church is billowing a lot less than it was even just 15, 20 minutes ago. So you can understand the situation here, Kevin, where they are working on putting out a fire at the same time that they're looking for victims of an active shooter. Just a horrific situation, a complicated situation there for our first responders in Grand Blanc, Michigan right now at the Church of Latter-day Saints. So we should expect an update within the next 40 minutes or so to give us a sense of what else, just the extent of this horrific situation. We do know, though, according to the reporting, as I said, that this is the police in Grand Blanc Township are saying that there is currently no threat to the public at this time because the shooter is down. That is a bit of good news here. As you can see, the first responders trying to figure out, trying to take out this fire while also saving potentially any victims that could be trapped inside, Kevin.
Let me ask you, do we know if the fire was started and then the gunman opened fire, or did he attack the congregation and then set the building ablaze? Do we have any of that information? By the way, I should point this out. This is all happening on a day that the LDS Church announced with sorrow that Russell M. Nelson, the beloved president of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, had died. He was 101, the oldest president in the history of the church. So it was a solemn day for mourners. I just wanted to point that out as well. Brian, back to you. What else can you tell us?
Yeah, it's a good point. Sources telling our local affiliate there in Detroit that the suspected shooter may have started the church fire. In terms of what came first, it is simply too soon to tell. What we do know, again, is that this was a shooting that was reported shortly after 11 a.m. You can see neighbors there looking, worryingly looking there. And so there are 6 to 8 victims. We don't know the extent of their injuries. We know that the active shooter is no longer was shot. We don't know if that shooter was killed. All we know is that shooter is down. So these are all the things you can see. Our satellite view there, Google Maps, gives you an idea of the size of this church. We don't know how big this fire was, just based on the images that we could see. I mean, it was very thick black smoke. So to the extent of when this fire was started by this shooter, how large this fire was. Did it take down the whole church? Was it simply in a small part? Those are simply questions that we don't know the answers to yet, but it looks like a substantial fire that they were putting down. This is an earlier video. You can see that the smoke was a lot thicker than it was even during the last couple of minutes of this report, a thick black smoke. And you can see also there victims that were brought out on the stretcher as others, seemingly even the elderly, coming out of that church. Just a horrific scene this morning, Kevin, in Grand Blanc, Michigan, as we wait to.
All right. Just off of that 5 minutes, I know you said you didn't know anything about it. What do you have any thoughts at all?
The first thought it was what neighborhood was it at, and what color is the shooter? Which you probably gonna know. You can't tell me. I don't give a fuck who you are, white, black, Hispanic, or whatever. When you hear about an active shooter at a church like that, what's the first color you think of? Like, I can understand we can sit up here and try to act like don't be real with the situation, anything like that. What's the first color you think about when you say that? But yet, it's always a conversation about black on black crime. But that happens in their communities all the time, and don't nobody talk about it. Go to these schools, debate. You can do it. All the Fox News, all the CNN, don't nobody talk about that. Don't nobody talk about white on white crime ever. But that's just the first thing that went to my mind. I know it's fresh. We don't have no information, but it's just the first thing that goes through my mind, and I'm being real with the situation. I'm not going to sit up here and say he is. I just want to know. But it just blows my mind and baffles me how nobody talks about white on white crime, but black on black crime is a thing, though. Just my thoughts.
I don't really give thought to their race is an afterthought to me. My first thought is why, like, this is an awful situation that's happening. Like, this is people are going in churches now. Well, I'm not gonna say now, but the fact that people are going in churches and just letting loose, like, I want to know what the backstory is. Like, why is what is this? Does this person have a connection to the church? Was their family hurt by somebody in the church? Were they trying to get some sort of revenge? What's going on? And then I start thinking about the race, because I think I started to have this conversation early this week. I am sick and tired of the race conversations. Like, I don't care, man. I'm not gonna say I don't care, because it comes up in conversation naturally. So I'm not gonna say I completely ignore it, but people, and I'm not necessarily aiming this at you or any one person, but to me that's a distraction from the bigger conversation that needs to be had. Like, for somebody that to go into a church and shoot people, or for anybody to go into anywhere and just randomly start shooting people, that's a bigger issue than what race they are to me.
But who do it? Like, we can sit up here, okay. You want to say you tired of the race card, you tired of this, you tired of, the race coming up or whatnot, right? But when the blame is on us about, oh, niggas act ratchet, oh, y'all always do this. It's cool to blame the race then, but it's not cool to blame the race now. I don't understand. It's like we pick and choose when we want to. Oh, race is cool now. We can talk about a race do this and a race do that. But when it flips on the other foot and we have nothing to do about it now, oh, I'm tired of the race car, and I'm not talking about you neither. Like, at the time we have a conversation. But I feel that when it's about us, it's cool to talk about race, because they say, oh, all black people are alike, all black people do this, all black people do that. But when it's time to turn the camera on the other thing, oh no, that's just them type of people. That's not all of them. That's not all of them do that. That's not all of them do this. But when it comes to us, it's all of us do everything on the thing. It's a lot of conversations we need to be had that's uncomfortable too as well. But I just don't like that, because we love to say, because that's starting to circulate though. What you said, oh, people say, oh, I'm tired of race, the black fatigue and all this other stuff. But it's black fatigue when it comes to black people, but it's not white fatigue when it comes to this type of situation.
I don't understand the correlation because it's
Right.
like the conversation about the Charlie Kirk assassination. I go to the absolute majority of my algorithm is black people, and all of the black people, whenever there's a situation like this, all of them say the same exact thing as what you just said, and nobody want to talk about white on white crime. Well, black platforms talk about white on white crime.
No, they don't, bro. No.
It's their fault they're not talking about it.
They always talking about, because the media put it out that, oh, it's only a black on black crime thing. But everybody always bring up the statistics about, oh, what happened? Oh, black people kill black people at Loma Lake. Oh, black fathers is not on the home. That's a fucking lie. All that shit is a lie. But yet they'll make it seem like it's the truth, though.
No, man, I think the fact that, you know, innocent lives might have been
That's
taken
true.
were injured in this situation is more important than what race or anybody is.
That is 100% true. But who do it? That's what we're trying to get the thing. Who do this most of the time?
You know what?
Okay. Hold on. You said, oh, it's a new thing about people going in the church killing people. That's what you said, right? You said that verbatim.
I said I didn't want to say that because it's been happening since the beginning of time.
No, I could have sworn you. Well, maybe I'll listen.
Because
that's what I heard. I heard you say that. I didn't hear you say nothing else. I didn't hear what you changed after that. But Dylan Roof did this. He went and sat down with them.
Yeah, that's why I say
did all that stuff with them, right?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like that's why I didn't want to say it was just a thing that's happening now. It's been happening.
What else? Another thing. How many people going? I think it was I don't know what the Jew church called, but I know it was like a people of Jew people where somebody went in there and a Jew church. Was it called a mosque?
No, that's for Muslims.
So what's the Jew church or religion thing called? I don't know.
I'm not sure. I'll look it up. I imagine it was a church.
Wherever the place Jewish people go to worship their God, the God and all this stuff, it was somebody that did it towards them too. But I just can't say up here, and I'm not for to sit up here and just say take race out of it, because when you sit up here and you line up all the mass shootings that happen in the United States, all of them are white. It's not one is black. Not one. So what you mean you can't talk about race in that? You got to. You ain't got no other choice.
I think black people don't. I think when we have the conversation about the mass shooters, black people don't talk about black mass shooting.
What's black mass shooting? I love this. Go. Yeah. What's black mass shooting?
Drive-by?
Drive-by? Okay. I'm glad you said that, right? When did all of a sudden gang violence and gang on gang violence become mass shooting? Because before this internet stuff really popped off in the last 5 years, ain't nobody ever said no gang shooting or gang-related activity was a mass shooting until they start trying to group us in with white folks doing what mass shootings. Now go back and look. You can go do the research all you want to. It ain't never happened, bro. It ain't never happened till Fox News and all them start saying that shit.
So why would white people, if they believe that they're superior to us, why would they want us to group them in with them?
Because it makes it seem like we all doing it. It's a whole bunch of mass shooters in America. They separated them at first. It was gang violence. It wasn't considered mass shootings until they start lumping all that in together. Now a mass shooting is a gang violence or a gang on gang activity. Now that's a mass shooting too. Come on, bro. Now you're gonna sit up here and try to play all like you don't know, like this ain't like you don't know that this is just has started happening. Like they have not just started putting gang violence stuff with mass shootings.
I don't see why if it's the white people's goal to make black people look bad, why would they take the name off of gang shootings and change it to mass shootings to lump them in with white people?
Man, I'm not for this.
They would continue to section black people off from white people.
You're right.
No, man, this is awful, man. And then it was another one I just thought about. A mass shooting that happened. I think it was in. Oh, by the way, the what was it? So it says here, Jewish people worship primarily in a synagogue, also known as a shul, which is in Yiddish.
Or so that's what happened. It was somebody who went in there and shot up at them too.
Is it gonna change? There it is. Shul. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. But yeah, it was one that happened in Texas as well. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Was it mass? Was it Texas? Um, I don't know. I can't pull it up right off the bat. But it just happened early this week, like on a Wednesday or something, Tuesday or Wednesday. Yeah. So yeah, man, it's crazy. Now here's a question: in religious spaces like that, religious spaces like a church and like a mall in particular, typically they aren't. They don't. They have a no firearms allowed policy. Given the fact that these things seem to be either they're happening more frequently or we're just seeing them more frequently because of social media. Do you think churches might need to start revising that thought process?
Revising what thought process?
No firearms allowed.
I still don't think you should have a fire. I don't know. It ain't up to me to say. I don't know. It's a lot of places that say don't have no firearms, and people still take it in there. So I don't think. I'm talking about legal gun owners. Legal gun owners still have a firearm in places that don't say. Because the only thing they can do, if you know some of the gun laws, if you go in a place without, only places that you can, I think you can really get arrested for it is school, bank, and any federal building. I think don't quote me on that. Don't get me wrong. I think I'm going off the top of my dome. But I think anywhere else that has the gun sign that don't have no firearms, if you go in there with your firearm, all they can ask you to do is kind of leave. I don't think you get arrested for it, if I'm not mistaken. But those three places I named, I think you can officially get arrested for it. If they catch you with your firearm in there, they see you with a firearm in there, you will get arrested in those other places.
I don't know. It's tough to say because, you know, I don't know much about this person. I don't know anything about this person that did this shooting in Michigan. But I'm sure we said it here on the pod before, it's not the people that care about the law that do the most reckless things with their weapons, because they don't get their license revoked. They want to be able to carry their arm legally without as little to no infraction from the police or whatever. It's the people it's the reckless people that cause the problems. It's the people that are gonna, you know what I'm saying? So in one hand, it's like you want to say, yeah, they should start rethinking the thought process about not allowing people to carry firearms in the church, in bank. I guess. Well, I won't say in the bank because the bank is kind of crazy, but people aren't. Well, I don't know because I don't even look at stories of bank robberies and how frequently they happen. But in church, it's like it seems like people are targeting, when it comes to church, are specifically targeting the innocent people. So wouldn't you want somebody to be there to help protect the innocent people?
First of all, ain't nobody coming to save you but you. Protect yourself. You can't rely on nobody to protect you but you. I keep telling people this. Like, I had this conversation with somebody the other day, right? Because we were talking about, people. They were talking about, a lot of people say they don't like guns. We're gonna stay in a gun conversation, right? But I always say, we're living in weary times, so you don't know what's going to happen, what's going to go on. People sit up here, you arguing all these points and all this other stuff, and you're sitting up here fighting for all this stuff, but you're still not taking measures to protect yourself. A lot of people don't own no guns. A lot of people don't know how to shoot no guns. A lot of people are scared of guns and all. And I understand. I get the sentiment, but you need to protect yourself. To me, if you're a grown person, a grown adult, man, woman, or a child, I take this especially for like single ladies out here, because it's a lot of things go on. You should have your concealed and carry. You should have your a gun. You should know how to use said gun. Black people as well. You should. The way it should be going and all this. Oh, but I'm not. I just don't want to say black. I want to say all Americans if you're American, things that's going on in America right now, we don't know really what the fuck going on. We can keep arguing until we blue in the face. We keep doing all this other stuff. You keep saying you for the left. You keep saying you for the right. You can say you pro-gun. You can say you anti-gun. You can say all that you want to. You need to know how to shoot a gun. You need to know how to protect yourself and your property. Because guess what? When the shit hits the fan and the have-nots don't have it, if you got it, somebody coming to take it. So you can say all that you want to. You can say all that you're not with guns. You can say all this, bro. You're gonna have to protect you and your set group or the group that you're gonna be with. I ain't telling you how to do it. I ain't telling you none of that. I'm just telling you you're gonna need guns to protect yourself. Like for real. They here. They ain't going nowhere. They not. I don't care how much you fight. I don't care how much we try to get on Congress about doing whatever you want to do. They're not going anywhere. They're not. They're not going nowhere. They ain't taking people bangers away. Do you know how many of these like Southern people live about guns and God? They're not going. They're not letting you take their guns. I don't care what you say. So you better get with the program and get you some too. But for me, I'm just waiting on the government to protect me. You know, I lost all my guns in the boat accident. So I'm just saying to all Americans, especially black ones, because I'm black and I don't care what nobody say, race is always going to be here. The reason why race is here is because of America, because don't nobody look at race but America. America made race. So now when you start talking about it, now people say, no, look, as a black American, you need to protect yourself. You need to have something to protect yourself. But I'm also talking to all Americans too as well. Everybody needs to learn to protect themselves. I know it's an oxymoron. I know it seems like I'm contradicting myself, but everybody needs to learn to protect themselves.
Oh man, no, I do. I agree. I agree, man. You got to protect yourself, man. Follow the laws. Do different states and have different laws. Make sure you follow. Make sure you're aware of them. But it's just been crazy lately, bro. Or maybe I'm just paying more attention to it, or maybe it's just it's more in my algorithm. But people have just been going crazy with this gun violence, though, and we can easily say, or a lot of people will easily say, we gotta get the gun laws, we gotta protect the gun laws, we gotta strengthen gun laws. Well, okay, what does that look like? What do you mean strengthen gun laws? How do you get more strict with gun laws? Because I don't think, I firmly believe that the absolute majority of people who are doing these crazy and absolutely absurd things are the people that follow the laws. Like these people are the weapons a lot of these people are using are illegal weapons. So yeah, man, it's just crazy.